Let's move on to the next chapter in cell biology, that is cell motility. Cell motility. It is the ability of the cell to move from one location to another with the help of taking up the energy. And this type of movement is called as a cytoplasmic streaming. There might be a single cell organism or a multicellular organism. They have the cell and they are composed of many of the organelles which help them to move, like certain movement of the cell or the motility of the cell are called as flagellar motility, amboid movement, gliding motility and swarming motility. Depending upon the type of the cell, the type of the movement also changes. So finally, what I say is the cell motility or the movement of the cell is very important so that there will be a formation of new organism. Here we'll study about the different cell organelles that are involved in the movement of the cell. One among them is a cilia, another is a flagella. You can see the structure of both the cells. Here the cilia as well as the flagella, the cellular organelles, they are present in the outer layer of the cell. See, these both have the similar structure but they carry out the different function. And the movement of the cilia, because of the presence of the cilia, it will have a movement of back and forth movement, and here it will be a wave-like movement. Flagella will be showing a wave-like movement. In the further slide, we'll study in detail about the cilia movement. So let's see the movement of the cells using cilia. So here you can see a organism which is having a cilia around it. With the help of a cilia, it is moving like a back and forth. The movement is very fast. So cilia, the singular form is a cilium and it is used for the movement. So these are a hair-like structure where you can see that this is a hair-like structure which is present around itself. This is an example of a paramecium moving around with the help of a cilia. It is moving with the help of this hair-like structure. So it helps in the movement of the cell in the by the fluid surrounding it. Here are the maybe the fluid. The fluid it is pushing back so that it can swim forward, and there are present many per cell. Here you can see that there are many cilia around the cell, not a single hair-like structure, but there are many hair-like structures surrounding this cell. So with the help of that, it moves. So as I said earlier, the movement or the motion of the cilia, it moves like a back and forth, that is a power stroke as well as a recovery stroke. Here you can see this is a recovery stroke and this is a power stroke. So with the help of thousands of cilia or the hair-like structure around the organism, it helps the organism to move forward faster and easier way. So here you can see a paramecium where it contains 1,000 of thread-like structure, the cilia, and then here you can see the boat rowing by these people where they row the boat in one direction faster. So the same principle applies here where you can see a paramecium containing thousands of cilia, a thread-like structure. They move along in one direction back and forth. Because of that, they move faster. Another best example for cilia in an eukaryotic system is your own body respiratory tract. Here you can see the windpipe which I have zoomed in. In a windpipe you can see a cell. This pink color what you can see is a block type. It is a cell. Each of the cell is surrounded by a cilia. The blue one which you see is a cilia. So these cells secrete the mucus. And whenever we breathe in, we take dust particles, virus, bacteria along the air. So these cilia, they actually move back and forth and they remove the dust particles when we sneeze along with the mucus. And after that, a new mucus layer is formed with the help of these cells present in the respiratory tract. Another example is fish also have a cilia that help bring water through the gills, and this is a thread-like structure what you see in our windpipe, the cilia. Okay, this is the electron microscope image.